there's so much that's been said about COP and these grandiose announcements at these meetings, but really, the young people who are going to be inheriting all these problems are frustrated by a lack of action. That's what's coming through. The activists as well as young people are fed up because the clock is ticking. What's your view, Lynn?
I would agree. Hi there, everyone. I would agree that we're pretty fed up. And there are, we, I think for us, it just really matters a lot more because that is, the next coming decades that we have to be concerned about. And what it seems that, as you've said, this conversation has happened 26 times now, and it just oftentimes it can seem bleak, like the future. Um, and and I think coming from a youth perspective, when you hear of these political debates, and I speak for myself, but I feel like a lot of youth might relate. It's a real shame, and it's really incomprehensive to us how countries and governments could still be fighting over economic issues when you have your literal survival on the line. I've really learned a lot from getting into this. Like I've not studied climate science, I've not studied climate policy, and I got into this at a young age, and doing it more, understanding more like the mechanisms, the financial mechanisms, or the politics and geopolitical powers that are in play, gives a lot of understanding as to why this conversation is still ongoing, and not people aren't really taking up the responsibility they have to be, and it can be quite confusing, but at the same time it's just from the youth, I would say it's just a really frustrating sight to see that to get world leaders who should be taking care of the people, getting them into the room and having to discuss the literal fate of humanity and civilization, and yet being unable to come up with a conclusion of what to do, which I understand
Well,
that you've got a lot of countries, a lot of sectors, and a lot of factors to consider, but at the same time, if not now, then when?